I think at some point I'm going to have to concede because Arsenal just don't concede points. At some point I'm going to have to sit here and say Arsenal will win the league. I do think I've been very, very confident every time I've come on here about City winning the league. The last 2 games have been very disappointing. The Sunderland game, not to score in that game, I thought we were pretty unlucky, to be honest. I thought we had some really good chances in that game, and I thought we were the better team. The Chelsea game, we probably didn't deserve to win that game. It's annoying that it happened in the 93rd minute. We didn't deserve to win that game. But we're now 6 points behind Arsenal.
Yeah, I want to ask you this quickly. Just your next 5 fixtures, obviously, with Pep Guardiola and his tactics and everything, and obviously there's still a chance he could leave in the summer. Obviously, I know you're pretty confident he won't.
Yeah, I don't
said to me
think
before, but like your next 5 fixtures in the Premier League, you've got Brighton at home, and then United away, and then Wolves at home, and then I've lost it, and then Spurs away, and then Liverpool away.
Yeah,
that's a hard 5 fixtures with your centre backs out. If you can't, especially if you can't get Mark Gay.
Yeah, incredibly difficult. I mean, incredibly difficult. I think I still think that City will win the league. I don't know.
That's one thing I was going to ask you because, I know you've been saying this since basically September.
I still think we'll win the league, and there's not really any reason for it, to be honest. Like, yeah, we get paid for our footballing opinion. There is no opinion that I can give you that makes me think that City will win the league, other than I just have a feeling that we still will.
You just trust your team.
I just trust the team. I think football changes so quickly as well. Like, we go to Brighton before Arsenal host Liverpool.
Yeah.
We host Brighton, sorry. We beat Brighton. We're only 3 points behind. And then Arsenal are taking on Liverpool. Yes, Liverpool haven't been on good form, but anything can happen in that game. And you start to slowly claw these points back. It's very, very unfortunate that our next 5 games include United away, Spurs away, which for some reason we almost never win at, and Liverpool away.
You Spurs at home, even though, no matter how bad Spurs are, you've always
we can't win.
You never do.
We can't win. I remember my first 5 trips to the new Spurs stadium. I saw us score 0 goals and we lost 5 games. We lost 5 games. It doesn't make any sense.
It really doesn't.
It doesn't. And I think you're right to point out those 5 games. If we can get 13 to 15 points out of those 5 games, which I know is very ambitious.
I want to take them through you. So just the predictions for next week. Don't just give me score predictions, but general predictions. Brighton at home.
I think we'll win that.
You'll win that, yeah. I think you will win that because you've obviously drawn your last 2, but I think Erling Haaland seems to have be banking up some XG at the moment.
Yeah, he's been on quite poor form in the last few games, and I think again this is a bit of a problem with the thin squad. I think really Pep has been known so much for rotation, and that's because we've had the squad to do that. If you look at the starting 11 over the last sort of 10, 12 weeks, which is the busiest period, there haven't been that many changes, and I think the players are really tired, and Haaland is one who is suffering a lot.
And the person I'd say you'd most likely bring in to, if you wanted to rotate Haaland, would be Marmoush. But
exactly.
Marmoush is AFCON,
yeah,
so
exactly.
There's also nothing you can do about it. Like, having to play Erling Haaland is by far... Like, that's a fantastic problem to have.
Yeah.
But
it's a first world problem, but it is a bit unfortunate that he's probably a bit fatigued at the moment.
It's still like that.
But Brighton, we win.
Brighton win, and then next one, a week later, United away. Assume Solskjaer's in charge for this.
That is a really tough one for me. I think we'll win. I think it'll be very, very tight. I think we'll win.
I think you're odds on to win the game.
I think we'll win. It'll be a really horrible 2-1 type of game. It'll be proper end-to-end. It'll be proper frantic.
It'll be a frantic game, because that's also the game. I think that's the first game back where we're going to have all our guys back.
Yeah.
Most likely, unless someone makes the final of AFCON.
I think probably 2-1. Yeah. I think we'll win that. I think we'll scrape that one.
And then Wolves at home.
Wolves at home, you'd expect us to win.
You'd expect to win, so that's 3. That's 9 out of 9. And then it's Spurs away.
One of Liverpool away.
It's Spurs away and Liverpool away.
Liverpool away will lose. We always lose at Anfield. We haven't won there in 31 years, I think it is now. No matter what happens, no matter what form they're on, we never win at Anfield, and I think we will lose at Anfield.
Yeah.
The Spurs game is an interesting one because Spurs are always really good against us, whether they're home or away. Actually, they're always really good against us. They're a bogey team, but they have been very, very poor at home this year.
So if you're going to lose against Liverpool, are you going to finally beat Spurs at home?
I think we could beat Spurs. Spurs,
which would be
away,
12.
Which I think would be 12.
12 out of 15.
I think we can get 12.
If you can grab 12 from that, that's a very applaudable, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think if we can grab 12 from that, I do think that we are. I would be very confident of us winning the league.
Yeah.
I think, and I think that's how tight it is. I think any less than that, I think at some point I'm going to have to concede because Arsenal just don't concede points. at some point I'm going to have to sit here and say Arsenal will win the league. And I think probably after those 5 games, if we get any less
by the end of, I think by mid-February, by Valentine's Day,
I think so.
we'll have a better gauge of what's going on.
100%.
If it's still 6 points by then, you can't say anything.
You can't say anything
because Arsenal can always have their, it gets to April and they'll just draw and lose 2.
I think if at any point before we play them it gets to 10 points, I think I will happily concede that Arsenal will win the league.
Yeah. But, I mean, we'll just come to find out. But I do want to move back to United chat, by the way, for a sec. Because, A, we've got some further news coming from David Ornstein talking about the managerial thing. And also, B, we've got Alice Talks Footy joining us, I believe. I'm good. So, obviously, just as you're joining, the timing, by the way, here is fantastic, is that David Ornstein and Laurie Whitwell have come out together saying that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a leading contender now to become Manchester United's caretaker manager after holding talks with the club today. So apparently the club have been holding talks with, or at least informal talks, with a number of candidates, being Michael Carrick,